Michael Jordan, an African newspaper, just used the Crying Jordan meme as the photo for a serious article on Jordan's anti-violence statement. Over the past year, Crying Jordan has popped up everywhere and turned the greatest basketball player of all time into a running joke. Jason, do you feel bad for MJ?
I got to be honest, I do. And starting in 1995, when he came back out of retirement, I started calling him Hot Air Jordan. And I've never been, when he was playing in his playing days, I'm a longtime Indiana Pacer fan, lifelong. I didn't like Michael Jordan. On this here, though, this seems ridiculous. You're talking about you could argue, one of the most accomplished athletes of all time, has carried himself with dignity throughout his career. Yeah, maybe he got divorced. He's carried himself with dignity.
Gambling, infidelity, punching teammates. He's carried himself as empirical and above us. I don't think he's one of us.
Let he without sin cast the first stone as it comes to gambling and, infidelity. I'm not.
This guy's gone 25 years of worship. Everybody gets pushback. Cam, Brady, Ali, Kobe. In the history of sports, everybody gets pushback. Even the IRS came after Derek Jeter and said, don't mess around with your taxes, Florida, New York. Jordan went 25 years of worship. Now he's getting a little pope. Come on now, a little
First
something?
of all, he didn't go the whole time with worship because people beat him up during his playing days for not being socially active. That was a common criticism.
I must have missed that column.
Oh, no, that was a common criticism. All he cares about is shoes, and the whole Republicans buy shoes as well. He got beat up for that. I just think this Jordan crying meme thing.
You think it's mean-spirited?
Yes. Look, the guy is the face of winning, and we flipped and turned him into the face of losing?
I'll tell you, his brand is so strong, it's impenetrable, that if I said petty Hall of Fame speech and gambling and quit his sport, you would clobber it if I said that was LeBron. But with MJ, we make excuses for quitting baseball. We blame the Bulls.
Quitting baseball, he tried it.
Quitting basketball. I've always looked at Jordan as once that brand was built around him by Nike, in the greatest marketing campaign in the history of American sports, criticizing him, his brand is impenetrable. Criticism falls off. And so he's getting a little prodding.
A little? Every time you turn on the internet, now you got legitimate newspapers in other countries. They don't even know they're making a joke out of the guy when they put him on their paper with this Crying Jordan meme.
He made $100 million on shoes from Nike last year on that impenetrable brand. He can handle a little Twitter.
I'm not saying he can't handle it, but I do think it bothers him.
Sure.
And I do think it's a bit unfair. And I do feel a little sorry. Who wants to be made a laughingstock with? Again, and you don't want to play the card of like, hey, he's never gotten in trouble with the law or those type deals, because that's what you're supposed to do. I don't want to give him credit for that, but
Michael escaped social media. This is a little comeuppance.
A little?
It's just Twitter. It's just people who are bored on their couch who work in the media.
And now it's a newspaper in some foreign country that doesn't even know they're making fun of him.
I don't know the newspaper industry in Africa, but if it's like the one in our country, nobody's reading it.
That's a very good point.